inspire, empower, grab your girls and soar a little higher. Unlock the fire in you, 'cause real women don't bitch, no. Real women don't, 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 real women don't bitch.
Hey, thank you for joining me on the Real Women Don't Bitch podcast. This is your proud host, August Crenshaw, aka Mrs. Raw, Real, and Relentless. I am the #1 advanced mental conditioning specialist for entrepreneurs because building mental muscle is necessary in order to implement successful business strategies. This show has been created for the woman who is not excuse-driven and needs help building a profitable business. I will be interviewing women from various fields who are willing to break the silence on struggles that specifically affect female entrepreneurs. Welcome to a show where I and guest speakers from time to time share our methods that help us beast our business no matter what is going on in our lives. Whether you are an online or brick and mortar business owner, this show is for you. We will hit every angle, personal, professional, and spiritual. Why? Because on any given day, you get hit with shit from a scenario involving one, more, or perhaps all of the above. It all impacts you and your mindset towards your business. I have made it my personal mission to provide a space where we dive deep into the BS we face on a day-to-day basis.
Hey, what's going on, ladies? I had a rant in one of my Facebook groups, and what I was talking about was so juicy. I didn't even want to try to remake it into another podcast. So buckle up. For those of you that are new to this podcast, I'm going to be in rant mode, and I give a little bit of a definition of what that means. But this is about your vantage point with your success or lack thereof in your business. Enjoy.
Heat, and I must be out my mind. I'm like so behind schedule. There's nothing worse than being in the store and stuff taking all day, but then there's also nothing better than getting stuff for free. I like the free scheme. But anyway, for those of you that don't know me very well that may chime into this video, one of the things that I'm famous for is my rants. And when I get in rant mode, that means any and everything is fair game that comes out of my mouth. Now, ultimately, I'm still going to drop bombs. I'm still going to drop wisdom, but I'm going to say some things that are so fucking razor sharp that if you're sensitive, which you really shouldn't be sensitive if you're a business owner, you got to get over that, you got to grow out of it, then my conversation may actually turn you off or be discouraging. And so there are a couple of new people in the group, and I just want to make that clear because you know I am 100% authentically myself. And so some of you, depending on the circumstances in which you've met me, this will be your first time experiencing that. So there you go. So I put a post up in the group and really just was asking about the kind of words that you're speaking over, you know, your business and your life at this present time. And so I work with different people, and it's always really funny to watch the people who don't really like to own their shit. People like to use that phrase, I own my shit. And I tell you, if you're going to be a business owner, you got to own the good and you got to own the fucking bad. And most people don't. And, you know, I was listening to this, you know, recording by Jim Rohn probably about, you know, maybe about a month ago. And I remember listening to him talking about how he was speaking to his mentor because things weren't going the way that he wanted them to go. And his mentor was like, you know, well, why do you think things are messing up, you know, in your life and your business? And he just started going on and on. You know, every time I want to get out and do door-to-door sales, it's rainy, you know, the economy has changed. So, you know, people aren't spending as much money, you know, the depression. And he just went on this long ass list, not sure who's here, say, hey, about all of these things that were getting in his way. And his mentor said to him, he's like, yeah, but you left one key thing off the list. And he's like, what? He's like, you. And see, and business owners, we don't like to hear this, at least some of us, until we graduate and we grow the fuck up and we realize that we've got to speak and we've got to think differently. But most of you really don't want to believe that the shit that you're dealing with in your business is really a product of what you have created. And so, and it really always tickles me when I start working with people who practice different healing modalities, that practice, Reiki, shamanism, they look at moon cycles, can read tarot cards, that do all of these different things where you damn near sound like a psychic. You know where the planets are going to move, what's going to happen, how you're going to fucking be affected, and all of this shit. You study the law of attraction. Some of you watched the documentary, read the fucking book, but still at the same time, when it all boils down, everything is always something else's fault but yours. And you'll say things like, well, I could build my business, but everybody's a freebie seeker. I could build my business, but nobody is spending any money. I could build my business, but people are afraid about what's going to happen with the economy because Trump is in office. I could build my business, but I have kids and I don't have any support or anybody helping me out, and so it's really difficult to focus and concentrate. I could build my business, but, and all of those buts, until you learn that the whole point of being an entrepreneur is to become a master at solving problems, then you don't deserve to be an entrepreneur. You don't deserve to be successful. And so there's this one woman I was working with, and I remember, when she and I was working together, she would, always say stuff like, yeah, well, I'm trying to build in my local area, but the people around here, they're so closed-minded and yada, 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 and so on and so forth. And, she'd say, I'm like, damn, if you feel like that about they ass, then is that the kind of person you want to be your ideal client? I mean, like, I'm sitting there wanting her to look at the words that she's saying to describe the very people that she's going out there to solicit. There's no way in hell that I would go out and try to solicit somebody to work with me and I thought that they were closed-minded. And not even recognizing that I don't give a listen. What's wrong with a lot of you all is a lot of you all believe that fake it till you make it shit. So that means that every time that she reaches out or talks to somebody, she puts a fake ass smile on. Hey, how you doing? And how many of you all know that you can hear a real genuine smile? And so a lot of people can make it and try to act like they're okay, but they don't understand that even with the least intuitive people, they be like, I don't know, but something off. I don't want to work with her. Or I don't know. They won't open themselves up to you because you're judgmental. And I remember saying to her, maybe they've been through some shit. Maybe they're very protective of their community. Maybe you should stop always just letting motherfuckers know that you got a strategy session or some shit for them to take and actually fucking connect with them. But see, when you don't take the time to connect, real talk, what it says to you, it reeks of fucking desperation. And people feel it. As a coach, I know it. When my clients come in the gate, learning about connection, doing the ideal client assignment is all about connecting to the soul and the heart of a person. It is not about formal selling. You're always selling, but it's not about formal selling. And so to hear this individual say that shit, I was just sitting there like, wow. And I knew that when I blasted her for the shit that she was saying and she was doing, I knew she was going to get in her fucking feelings, and I knew that she wasn't going to like it, and I really didn't care. Especially if I knew that, because this person, I worked with them for like, I don't know, like 3 months or some shit. And I knew that I had been saying the same theme over and over again, not only to her, but to other people in my tribe. And so when you really think about the state of your business, you need to ask yourself, what am I really saying? Because if you feel like people are closed off, then that means that your energy emits that. If you feel like people don't want to connect with you, then what does that say about you? See, it doesn't feel good to say that that's something about me. So how about I turn off the scenario on that example? I remember going into my first year of business, I got a few clients, but going online, I was like, dang, everybody freebie seekers, all these freebie seekers get on my nerves, yada, yada, yada. And I even started doing live videos, and I was like, yeah, all these freebie seekers, and they need to quit, and blah, 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 blah. I mean, I'm just going and talking about how they need to, do what they need to do. And then I sat back and I said, damn. Have you ever thought about the fact that why are you talking to freebie seekers, August? Why are you constantly going off on people like that? instead of changing your message. So I started talking to the sister that was trying everything that she could, that really wasn't a freebie seeker, but might have been scared as hell because so many things didn't work out right and such and such and such. And the moment that I changed the way that I was speaking, then that's the moment that everybody and everything around me began to move and feel differently. And I was able to start building my business and expand and making a shit ton of money with people that were actually fucking serious. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, that were actually serious and wanted to do the damn thing. And so when you keep on saying why your business isn't working, please understand it's your fault. It is nobody's fault but yours, because the things that you could do, you won't do. You know, I had another client, you know, and for her thing was, you know, because I encourage my people to build their businesses online and offline. Okay, that's a given. And so, and I remember I had this one client, and every time I turned around, she just always wanted to send an email. Yeah, you know, I'm thinking about sending an email to local business owners. And she was like, you know, I'm going to try to help them get to know me so that they'll be familiar with me. And I'm like, why not just go meet them? Why not just go and say hi? Why not walk up into the boutique? Why not actually enjoy a meal at the restaurant? Why not go into the, you know, the lighting and roofing store, whatever? Why not just go in? Why not go and connect and talk with the people? And she was so busy thinking I was shitting on her idea because she wanted to email the people and send a video of herself. She was so busy thinking I'm shitting on the idea about her emailing the people and sending a video. That's fucking brilliant. And a lot of top-notch people do it. You know what I'm saying? A lot, especially if it's an introductory video. But the one thing that she didn't understand was that for her to be dealing with some people that didn't know her, for her to send an email just because it was a video and they saw her face, she was still going straight to the pitch. By the way, hey, this is me. I'm a brand such and such, or I do this with businesses, or I can help you triple, quadruple your income, whatever the hell her pitch was. Oh, and by the way, when you see this, get my product. Get a strategy session, you know, and it doesn't make a difference if it was free or for fee, because at the end of the day, everybody knows that on the other end, even if it was for free, is an offer. And people don't have time to waste. People don't have time to waste. Everywhere you turn around, there is another fucking entrepreneur promising somebody that they can give them the fucking world. And a lot of people have already spent a lot of hard-earned cash on a bunch of bullshit ass coaches, systems, courses, and all of that stuff. And so people got to know that they know. We're in a heightened season of awareness where connection is more important than it ever has fucking been before. So guess what? You guys need to get to connecting. It's literally just that fucking simple. You need to get to connecting and stop being so anxious to get the sale. And a lot of you are destroying your business. You're messing up relationships before you even form them, because you are so fucking desperate to get ahead, and you need to fucking stop it, because it's going to be really hard to rebound. And if you're doing this in your local area, you're like fucking committing suicide. I mean, like for real, that's what it is. It's like you're fucking committing suicide. So like I told you, you know, you either got the gist of this message or you really don't like it or whatever it is, but you got to ask yourself, what is really pushing me? What's motivating me to do the things that I do while I am in the process of building my business? And then you need to make sure that your energy, your words, and everything that you do is on point, because, excuse me, what is you doing? You better watch yourself, homie. Anyway, I can't stand the way that people drive in Atlanta. They drive like they just rule the street. Anyway, but yeah, so that's it. Take accountability for your stuff. Do it right. Otherwise, you're going to keep going through the same vicious cycle. And you're not even going to know you're going through a cycle. You're going to think that life is just treating you unfair. You're just insane. You keep doing the same shit and you're expecting something new. I'm done. You guys have a good day. Deuces.
Thank you for joining me today. Remember to cultivate a mindset that is biased towards taking action. No bitching, whining, or complaining. Here, our mantra is, real women don't bitch, we get shit done. See you next week as I continue to bring you what you need to keep your head in the game and beast your business. Don't forget to hit subscribe and leave us a 5-star review. Would you like a specific topic covered? Have a question you would like answered live? Then head on over to realwomen.don't bitch podcast.com. Subscribe to my email list, hit me up, and I got you. Interested in being a guest speaker? You walk the walk? Then you can sign up on the website too. This is your #1 advanced mental conditioning specialist for entrepreneurs, Mrs. Raw, Real, and Relentless, signing out. Deuces!
inspire, empower. Grab your girls and soar a little higher. Unlock the fire in